Introducing Vigo the bus. Herbalist and mother, Raven, took this 82-passenger bus and converted it into a 260 square foot traveling living space for her family of 6 over the course of 5 months for a total of $7,000. At the TinyFest Midwest, we pulled Raven aside to learn more.
All right, so she rebuilt this whole bus, made it livable. You did it for $7,000 in a pretty quick amount of time.
Yeah, I bought it in March for $3,000 and put about $4,000 into the conversion in about 5 months.
That's amazing. Did you have access to like tools and stuff, or how did you do it?
Yep, I have a collection of tools because I've built like dining room tables and things like that before, so I just made do with what I had.
Sweet, that's awesome. And then you have your whole family living in there, and that's pretty amazing.
Yep,
So, like,
got 4 kids. So.
4 kids, that's so cool. I noticed you had some cool things in there. Like you had a kind of like a wooden stove top thing. Was that for clothes?
Oh, my wood stove.
Yeah,
Steve the stove.
Steve the
Steve the
stove.
stove. Yeah, yeah. It's got the rack on the side so we can dry a couple things, and then the silver box on the other side you fill with water, so you always have hot water. Everything has to like have multiple uses in there. So when it came to the wood stove, which is kind of an investment, you have to make sure that this does everything I want it to do.
Is this a water holding tank?
That's my fresh water, and then we got the smaller gray water on the other side. The guy that had tried to convert it before had put like chipboard wrapped in sheet metal and like attached it. Like it was
recipe for
horrible.
recipe for rotting up. Yeah.
And so he had cut those out. So we're gonna go through and get new sheet metal put there, and then create a little lift right in between so that we can access it pretty easy.
Sweet, yeah, that's amazing. And then what do you do about like waste, solid waste?
We have a composting toilet.
You have a composting toilet.
Yep.
Yeah. And how's life with a composting toilet?
Fine.
It's just life.
You just learn about, instead of hitting the flush, you just grab your cup of like Sunmar compost stuff and put it in.
You just try it out, and then it smells better than a normal toilet. So what about like the electrical? Did you go through and do like unique electrical things? Was that hard?
Well, we just have the 4 panels on top that runs in, and then we've got the 1 inverter, which is on the bookshelf inside, and that's where all of our plugs and everything comes from. Because this is mine. I did the work, and I wanted to keep it like extremely simple, and that's what it did. The lights in there are all LED. The front ones have a switch, and the back ones have like this really cool remote control that my 3.5-year-old likes to play with. So the lights start flashing. But
that's pretty sweet. So you have like what? You have like a kilowatt or something?
I have 400 watts.
Oh, 400 watts.
Yep.
100 panels each. Or 100.
Powers our little fridge and our fan and anything we need to charge.
What about driving around? You feel like it's economic? Is this diesel?
This is diesel.
Have you tried running any veggie oil in it?
That's the plan eventually.
Okay.
But
sweet.
because you have to have like different tanks and like it has to run slightly different because you want to keep, the diesel.
Totally. So what about your washer and dryer situation? How do you take care of your clothes?
Well, we have a camp washer. It's probably like this big. Find it on Amazon. And you just crank it like this, and it agitates the clothes as it goes, and you wring it out with your hands. And
so it's all human power.
It's all human power. And then we've got our clothesline here, which we can string out to hook onto the tree, and then we use solar power to dry the the clothes.
Solar dehydrator, special,
there
unique
you go.
design, patented.
Yes, super high tech.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice for somebody who's trying to convert a bus? What's like the main thing they need to know?
That you can do it.
You can do it.
Like, it's really, you have to wrap your head around the project. I bought it in March, didn't start the conversion until April because I just like stared at it.
Yeah.
I was like, how do I do this? And then once I started, it just everything fell into place.
And then I'm also really into like cottage industries, making money for yourself. I think it's really awesome to sustain yourself that way, especially, unhooking yourself from the corporations and stuff. And so you have a way that you've managed to do that. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes. So I'm a clinical bioregional herbalist, and so I've studied herbs clinically and how they affect the body systems. And so what I started to do, besides offering consults to people who want to use plant medicine to treat themselves, is I created this apothecary that uses whole plants. There are no essential oils in my products for sustainability reasons. And so we make them, I set them up at farmers markets, at events like this, and then on our website, ravenandoak.com, we have a shop there too, and we ship from wherever we're at.
Sweet. We actually don't use essential oils because they make her skin react. So what is your explanation for the viewers of why it's not sustainable? I'm curious.
Because it uses so much plant material to make such an amount. And while like we do have like lavender, and I use tea tree essential oil to like sanitize my tins for my things, we use such a small amount, which so many people are using bottles and bottles of essential oils, which it's
just acres of plants being grown just to be distilled into these little things. Yeah.
And they're potent. They're very strong, like potent things, and so they're not meant to be used every day, all over your body, all the time. It's too much.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. That's so awesome to hear about it. So check out her stuff, and thanks for watching.